Welcome to the 30-day Let's Band Together challenge. We're in this together, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to day 2 of our Let's Band Together challenge. Where's our band? Well, we are letting our muscles recover, especially if you're doing 30 days in a row, which is a lot because it's a 30-day challenge. But if you're doing that, then you really need to let your muscles recover, okay? We want to kind of break them down to build them back together for strengthening. So we want to give them a break. We're doing some Tai-Chi Inspired routines on our days off to focus on our balance, our posture, and our breathing. These are low impact, which is so good for our joints to still focus on balance. There is tons of research on slow, controlled, mindful movements for balance within all populations. The research is there. It's indisputable, okay? This is good for us. Now you can do these routines in sitting or standing. Now the reason I'm going to do it in standing is because I did the band exercises in sitting. Those can also be done in standing for the arms. I recommend the legs in sitting with the band. So I kind of want to try to reach more people by showing you how to do it in more positions. These exercises can be done in sitting and they are still phenomenal. So please do it in sitting if you're unsure about your balance. If you're doing it in standing, please be safe. Have something behind you. I'm going to have the bed behind me. Hopefully not a dog on top of that if I lose my balance, the dog is not there. That wouldn't be good, especially if it was Clark. And then have something in front of you. It's hard for me to have something in front because then you can't see me if there's a chair right there. And I want you to be able to see my moves and see me about what's going on. Safety first, don't take any risks, okay? It's not worth it. So what we're going to be doing here is actually a string of movements, okay? We're going to be learning movement by movement and eventually stringing them together into a routine. So these first few sessions, we're learning the moves. We will slowly string them together for a nice routine. We're really focusing on balance either in sitting or standing. In order to work on balance, we have 3 things we need to improve. Our posture, okay? A lot of times, most of the time, people think working on balance starts with a bottom-up approach. In other words, I need to work on my legs for my balance. Yes, that is so true. That is not a false statement. However, a lot of times we actually need a top-down approach, okay? Think about it. If you're stacking some rocks and the top rocks are leaning forward, the whole tower is going to struggle with balance, right? So we absolutely need to a lot of times start with the top down, and that includes balance, okay? We want everything in alignment. In order to work on balance, we're opening and stretching the front of our chest, strengthening the back, okay? Trying to keep that chin back, not up, okay? That's not good for the neck. So if you're working on posture, try not to keep your head up. Try to keep it forward. It's actually better if you give yourself a double chin, which is really flattering for me on camera. Okay, but posture is so important for balance. Another thing is our breathing, okay, taking those deep breaths. How does that work with balance? Well, our diaphragm, which is your largest breathing muscle, has to work on 2 things, okay? It has to focus on your breathing, and then it has to focus on your balance, okay? Your posture. So if you have a weak diaphragm, you're going to have a hard time holding yourself up because that diaphragm needs to focus on at least getting you oxygen first and foremost. It's going to prioritize that. So it's going to compromise your posture. So that's why when people are having a hard time breathing, gosh, I can hardly stand up straight because I'm having such a hard time. So if we strengthen those lung muscles, okay, then we give them enough strength and support that they can help hold us up, okay? So lung strengthening is so important for posture. We often don't think about that connection, but there is a connection. Third thing I'm going to be cueing you for, this can be done in sitting as well, is feeling. Paying attention. So I'm going to be standing, but even if you're sitting, pay attention to the weight shift. What does it feel like if your weight is shifted towards one side? How about the other side? What does that feel like in your feet? Pay attention. We've got these things called plantar receptors in the bottom of our feet. As we age, they tend to decline. And so we want to, kind of pay attention to those. Even in sitting, pay attention to the weight shift. You're working the other side of your core. So good for you, either position. But that's why I'm doing it in standing, because I did the other one in sitting, and we're all in this together, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to back up and we're going to go ahead and get started. Our first string of movements is 5 moves. We're going to do each individual move 5 times. Then we will move and do them 2 times for today, and we'll be done. Short, easy sessions, okay? If you're like, oh my gosh, I want more, it's my day off or my off day and I want more, just press repeat, cut me off right here about 6 minutes in. Cut me off, start where we start moving and just do it again. At the very, very end, I'm going to show you the whole routine with 1 move each, just so you can see what it will look like. So you can stick around for that at the end. Remember those things: posture, breathing, feeling, okay? Paying attention, being mindful. Try not to rush. This is your time. This is for you. Shut the door if you can. Block everything out. Keep all of those obligations out there and be here with me. All right, we're gonna get moving, okay? For our breathing, breathe in through the nose like you're smelling a flower. Breathe out through the mouth like you're blowing out a candle, okay? So we'll be breathing in and down into our belly. Breathing out, letting all the carbon dioxide out. We're just gonna start with a few deep breaths, okay? When you do that, we're gonna breathe in, let the arms rise up. Breathe out, let the arms fall down. All right, join me for 5. Our first move is called hold the ball. Your outside arm is on top. Your inside arm is on bottom, okay? So we're gonna have like you're holding a ball. I want you to try to shift your weight on towards one side. Unload the opposite side if you can. Hold that ball. Top arm is on the outside. We're going to shift our weight to the middle and then shift our weight again, and we're kind of rolling it, aren't we? Top arm is always on top, or outside arm is on top. Relax the elbow. It's not like this. Relax your elbow. All right, and then we're gonna come over and come back, okay? Pay attention to the weight shift. What does it feel like to unload on one leg? What does it feel like to lean over towards one side if you're sitting? Okay, here we go. We are gonna breathe in, out. These are just inspired movements, okay? So cross body chi. Both arms are up. You are going to breathe in, breathe out, push across your body. You're pushing. Rotate that hand, pull it back in. And then guess what? The other one's gonna go out. Pull it back in and keep switching. We're kind of rotating at the hips, okay? Here we go. Breathe in, out. Wonderful. The biggest mistake people make is going too fast. The slower you go, the more difficult it is, okay? All right, rolling hands. Our hands are together. We're gonna reach up, around, and down. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see what this looks like. Okay, here we go. Join me for 5. Phenomenal. All right, swimming strokes. I'm going to turn to the side on a diagonal. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to press them up. You're going to flip them like you're doing the breaststroke, pull them down and around, okay? We're going on an angle downward. All right, let's do 5 of them, okay? So breathe in, out. Wonderful. And that was our 4th move. So we have 1 more, and that's our good morning stretch. So good for us. Breathe in, breathe out, all the way down. Beautiful job. Please keep your eyes open for safety. If you really want to challenge your balance and you're closing your eyes, keep things around you. All right, we're going to do each one of those moves 2 times, one after another, and then we'll be finished for today. And if you want to see the full routine, you can stay after. All right, so we hold the ball, top outside arm is on top, inside arm is on bottom, the elbows relaxed, breathe in and out. Cross body reaching. Rolling hands. Swimming strokes. Good morning stretch. Phenomenal job. Really phenomenal. This is really good for our balance, our days off, moving things around. Motion is a lotion. That's so true for the fluid, the tendons, the muscles. Thank you for staying after. Phenomenal for showing up today. Just to let you know, normally these exercises, our Tai Chi, will be around 15 minutes, okay? If you're like, I want more, then you repeat it, okay? But thank you for coming. I really appreciate your being here. If you want to stay after, I'm going to go ahead and do one routine of all the way through. So if you want to see what that looks like, go ahead and stay after with me. For everybody, little steps together, we can make some big gains. A demonstration of our whole routine.